Bitcoin hits $72,000 and 100,000 is next by the end of the year. In this video, I want to go over a lot of data charts comparing it to gold, the upcoming catalysts, which are the elections coming up. I want to talk about other catalysts like Bitcoin halving that is coming up, and then the previous catalyst like the ETF, and now the ETF is going to drive the price of Bitcoin to the upside more. So let's get started into the first thing, and the first catalyst, which was the Bitcoin ETF. So now we have regular investors who can add Bitcoin to their portfolio. If you wanted to buy Bitcoin, you have to buy it from an exchange and hold it onto a wallet. This makes it a lot easier for average investors to buy Bitcoin just off of their broker. Any broker, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, any group, whatever it is, you can add it to your retirement, your Roth IRA. So this has provided a lot of liquidity into Bitcoin, and we have the top ETFs like BlackRock, ARK, all of them, Bitwise, adding Bitcoin to their list. Now this is going to provide a lot of liquidity, like it did with the gold ETF. So we had the first gold ETF listed on November 4th. And we had a price increase from $400 to all the way to almost $2,000. Now we had many other catalysts like bank bailouts and whatnot, but in this video I'll be comparing Bitcoin a lot to gold, because essentially Bitcoin is digital gold. It has the same properties of gold, but it doesn't have the bad qualities of gold. So this is a very important topic that I want to go over, because the market cap of gold is 14.69 trillion. And if we would put Bitcoin with the market cap of 14.69 trillion, that would make Bitcoin's price at around $700,000. If Bitcoin hit a $3 trillion market cap of like Apple and Microsoft, that would set the price of Bitcoin to $150,000. So if we do hit $100,000, we're going to be beating Nvidia, Amazon, Google, all of these market caps, and we're going to be sitting right behind Apple and Microsoft. So think about that and put that in perspective. But when we talk about gold, that's huge, because essentially Bitcoin is digital gold, as I'll be going over in this video. Even if we take a look at the chart, I want to take a look at a lot about the chart and how both Bitcoin and gold have very similar chart. And the idea is that we have these cycles, bull market and bear market cycles. We have a previous bull market, we have a massive pullback and profit taking, we consolidate, and then we have another massive breakout, and then a continuation to the upside. So if we go in throughout the history, we can talk about all these previous cycles. So we had 2018, 2020. We had a massive run-up, pullback, consolidation, massive breakout, breaking new all-time highs. We can talk about it in 2013. Same thing. We had a massive run to the upside. We pulled back. We consolidated. Massive breakout. So this is Bitcoin, and I could go all the way back to 2009. Now, why am I talking about this? Because if we take a look at the gold chart is absolutely identical. We have another setup on gold. I'll probably make a whole video on gold, but gold actually also looks amazing. We have this massive cup and handle, but we can see that we have a massive run up, we pulled back, we consolidated, and then we have another massive breakout coming in. If we take a look at our previous cycle for gold back in 1979, we had a massive run up to the upside, we pulled back, we consolidated, and then we had a massive breakout to the upside. If we zoom in a little bit and go all the way to 1975, very similar story. We had a very nice push up to the upside, we pulled back, we consolidated, and then a massive breakout to the upside. And we can see that this goes on and on forever. And keep in mind that gold has been around for 5,000 years, and we have been using that currency for over 5,000 years. Now, I really like to educate myself on here, because what I think is that the reason that people don't buy Bitcoin, or they shame Bitcoin, or they call it a scam, is because they don't understand Bitcoin, and they don't see that money is just a technology. It is a tool, and we have an evolution in money. And back in the day, we were using rocks, we were using gold, we were using seashells, we were using even tobacco and salt for money, and throughout thousands and thousands of years we have changed and we have improved our tool of money, because money is just energy, time, and energy stored in something. And a lot of these books, very important books that I would recommend reading. I'm not getting paid or sponsored to talk about this. I've read all of these 6 books. I've mentioned a lot of these in the Discord, but these books talk a lot about how Bitcoin is the next step in the evolution. A lot of these books also go over the history of money and how money is a technology and a tool. So we can see that the ETF, then we have gold, and how Bitcoin is digital gold makes it a lot of sense. Even a market cap of 3 trillion would set Bitcoin at $150,000. The next catalyst we have is the Bitcoin halving that is happening around April 19th this year. So this makes Bitcoin a lot less in supply. So this drives up demand, because since we have all this demand coming in, especially from the ETF, now we have less Bitcoins that are getting produced every single day, because the supply is getting cut in half. So now we have more demand and less supply that is going to drive the price up. I really love this chart called the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and this chart goes over on how whenever we have the halving, we have the bull market getting started, and typically 1 year after we peak, we pull back and we restart the cycle. We have the halving coming up around April 20th, so you guys are not too late, because the bull market starts when we have the halving coming up. So we break all-time highs, and then typically 1 year after, that is when we peak for Bitcoin. Now keep in mind that past results do not indicate future results, so please be aware and please be careful of that. And especially this time, it is a lot more different, since we have the BlackRock, we have institutions, we have banks literally on our side. They are not our enemies anymore. Last cycle we had China banning Bitcoin. Like, countries were literally banning Bitcoin. Now we have countries adopting Bitcoin, like El Salvador and Argentina. Like, they're literally on our side now. And now we're reaching all-time highs, because typically we do not reach all-time highs during the cycle for Bitcoin. We typically don't reach all-time highs during the halving. So this time is going to be a lot different. A lot of people are calling it a super cycle, where we're possibly going to see $500,000 per Bitcoin. So that's going to be very, very interesting. But this Bitcoin rainbow chart is very, very incredible, because it tells us when it is a good sale and when it is a bad sale. So I bought in mine at around $28,000, made a Discord on it, alerts, all of that, newsletter, gave you guys a really nice entry. I'm still holding mine, and I'll let you guys know when I am selling. But we could see that we have really the bull market starting out, and our price target is around $200,000, $250,000 by 2025 of April. Okay, typically 1 year after, that is when we have the peak. Now, keep in mind, we had all of these bear markets, a lot of people doubting Bitcoin. Even back in the day, people thought that credit cards were a scam. And this is all part of the plan. If you want to make the real money, you got to invest in the weird stuff, and you got to invest in it, a lot earlier. Because if you invest in Apple right now, yes, you're going to make the money, but you're not going to make the same money if you invested in the 1990s, when it was very risky, and that was when people were doubting Apple. So Bitcoin is a perfect example of that. Even this day, today, we have a lot more acceptance for Bitcoin. We have Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, calling it digital gold. Our only enemies are like Jamie Dimon or the Fed or whatnot, ECB, the European Central Bank. Which one would you hold? The US dollar, which has a limited supply, not backed by anything, central controlled, backed by wars and whatnot, and then Bitcoin, fixed supply, backed by energy and math, no one can control it. So Bitcoin is really a safe haven to protect against these policies and this system. And I don't want to go, I could talk about it really for hours, but these books go in very in deep on that, so definitely recommend checking these out. We also have elections coming up. This is going to just drive more liquidity. With El Salvador, we have a pro-Bitcoin president. He invested a lot of his money and a lot of the country's money into Bitcoin, and it's paying off. He has absolutely cracked down on crime, and it's working out. Argentina president is also very pro-Bitcoin. He has cut the deficit supply and the funding of the government, and he's really getting Argentina on track. Now, 2024 is going to be very interesting, because we have very pro-Bitcoin president candidates like Kennedy, and many other. But the thing is, where attention goes, money is gonna flow, and these elections are gonna cause some sort of attention at least. Whether it's negative or it's positive, all attention is really going to be good, because then people can really understand and try to study Bitcoin and see what it is about, and it's gonna add new people, especially to the gold bugs and whatnot. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I went over a pretty good amount of data in this video. And I really think 100,000 this year, end of the year, is very possible. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know in the comments. If you guys want to join the Discord, we have more exclusive private plays. I had another crypto play, which we gave entry at around $2 and $4, and is now sitting at $12. If you guys want to join the small account challenges, we're doing 20,000, 200,000, and whatnot. Make sure to click the link in the description, and see you guys later. Take care.